All right, good morning, traders. Today is March 25th, 2024. Thank you for being here. My SPY pivot this morning, 521.40. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab Five are still in uptrends. All made lower highs and lower lows, closing over their 17 EMAs. FNGU, SPY, QQQ closed above the bullish trap, while Diamond Dow and the Russell 2000 closed inside the bullish trap. GLD still in an uptrend, closed inside the bullish trap over the rising 17, while silver still in an uptrend, printed a lower high, a lower low, closed below the bullish trap and above the rising 17 EMA. USO is our energy, still in an uptrend, made a higher high and a higher low, closing inside the bullish trap above a rising 17 EMA. UNG in a downtrend, still in a downtrend, made a lower high and a lower low, closing below the bearish trap and below the 17 EMA. US dollar index now in an uptrend, trading above the flat 200 SMA. Good morning, Lenny. Let's go take a look at some charts. All right, so we'll start off with SPY. Pick up the daily candle. So here's our SPY. Yesterday's price action is the red candle right here. Lower high, lower low, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. I am picturing a pullback to this high, and that is 518.22, or I don't think we have another prior high. Yeah, 518, about 518.22. I am picturing a pullback to that, probably sometime today. We're getting close right now, so I'm picturing a pullback there and a dollar bounce off of that area. Maybe more, but I think by minimum we may get a dollar bounce, because that was a prior high right there. So we'll see what happens with SPY. Let's go take a look at QQQ. Here's the NASDAQ. All right, NASDAQ 100, lower high, lower low, closing over the bullish trap. That's the 3 EMA on top of the 8 EMA. All three, price action 3, 8, all over our rising 17 EMA. All right, now we may get a pullback. It may come to, we've already gotten below this prior high here. So their pullback may come all the way back to this diagonal. It was resistance, support line. So we'll see what happens. They may want to come all the way back down to here. We'll see what happens. QQQ. Let's take a look at FNGU. You know, FNGU pushes the market around. So let's see what we got for FNGU. Lower high, lower low, closing inside a bullish trap right there. Over the rising 17, more likely a flat 17 right there. EMA, all right? So for price action for FNGU, where would they find support today if they were to melt down some? I would expect support for FNGU to materialize around 523.27. All right, and from there I would expect a dollar bounce from that area right there. 523, right on this minor support right through here. 523.27. Hey, good morning, T. All right, let's take a look at IWM. IWM closed inside the bullish trap over the flat 17 EMA. Lower high, lower low, pull back, maybe want to test this 8 EMA and then bounce off of that. We'll see what happens, what they're doing in the pre-market. It looks like they're already started to do that. So there's IWMs. Take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow, lower high, lower low, closing inside the bullish trap over, I'm going to call it a flat 17. Well, a rising 17 EMA on Diamond Dow. So nice work on Diamond Dow, maintaining that uptrend. You can see price action. Where would it pull back to? Probably the prior highs right here, 392.88. All right, if they start coming through here, melting down past that area without doing the dollar bounce, the next area of support is probably going to be right about through there. Be 389.34. So we'll see what they want to do. Of course, you get the 17 EMA should provide some support if they start melting down through these prior highs. I would look for the 17 to probably pick up some price action right through there, 391, 390, 391.20. So there's Diamond Dow. All right, let's take a look at our energy markets. Here's USO. Daily candle, higher low, higher high, closing inside the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. So USO still in an uptrend. All of the Fab Fives still in uptrends. USO in an uptrend as well. UNG not in an uptrend. UNG got a lower high, lower low, closing below a bearish trap, below a falling 17 EMA. Headed back down to the prior lows. Prior low, all-time low for UNG looks like it's 1449. 1456 is the all-time low for UNG. So looks like we're going to be making contact with the all-time lows for UNG this morning. All right, so let's take a look at precious metals. Both are still in uptrends. All right, so here's the lower high, lower low, closing between the trap and the rising 17 EMA. There's silver. All right, it's a nice pullback to silver. Where's minor support? Right through here, maybe comes down to maybe this area right through here, 22.45, 22.30. We'll see what they want to do. We do not want them to break this pivot low right there. All right, that would be 21.97. If they do, we'd want them to spike it or recover it the very next day. All right, so there's silver. Let's take a look at gold. Gold, lower high, lower low, closing inside the bearish trap, inside the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. So there you see gold. Gold, we would want them to break that. We would not want them to break 198.91. If they visit this area, we would like to see a bounce off of this area or a spike and then recover it very quickly. So we'll see what happens with GLD. All right, let's take a look at our technicals. First technical I like to watch is T2122 because I'm a day trader. All right, so we were in the overbought zone on Thursday. Friday, we fell out of the overbought zone. We fell right through the buy zone and wound up in the buyer's chop zone right through here. Couldn't make significant higher highs. Couldn't make significant lower lows. So there's T2122. T2123 gapped up and bullied mostly for the most of the day. It stayed bullish. But the problem was we had a little bit of melting going on in the SPY, and a lot of that was due to the FNGUs. So you can see T2123, here's a gap up, and they stayed green for the most part all day on Friday. All right, so here's our 3-bar chart for T2123, all-time high right up here. 634.905 made in November of 2021. We are getting close to taking out those all-time highs. A lot of space here between price action and a rising 17 on our 3-bar chart. It's getting close. We're getting there. Almost time. We'll see what happens. All right, so there's T2123, FNGU. You can see this was pretty much where the melting happened. Started out red, all right, and then we kind of tried to break out, but really didn't get too far on FNGU. So That was probably the most of the SPY coming down right through there is due to the FNGU, because that kind of jerks the SPY around. Also, it kept it from falling too far, so that was nice. All right, so there's FNGU. Let's go take a look at this morning's activities. All right, so let's take a look at the economic calendar. All right, we got a Fed speaker at 8:25. That's about 15 minutes. Chicago Fed National Activity Index, 8:30. Okay, not a market mover. New home sales, 10 o'clock. That is a market mover. Dallas Fed Manufacturing Survey, 10:30 a.m. Not a market mover. Another Fed speaker. That's it for Monday. All right, for Tuesday, durable goods, 8:30. Case-Shiller Home Price Index. In case you didn't get enough home information on Monday, going to have a little bit more at 9 a.m. on Tuesday. FHFA House Price Index, not a market mover. The Case-Shiller Home Price Index is a market mover. Consumer confidence comes out at 10 a.m. Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index also at 10 a.m., but it's not a market mover. Okay, now we come back to Wednesday, MBA mortgage applications, more housing data coming out. A petroleum report, 10:30, and another Fed speaker. GDP is probably the main event this week, all right? GDP on Thursday at 8:30, all right? And then we have Mr. Powell's going to speak on Good Friday. The markets are closed on Friday, all right? Just a reminder, markets are closed. We're going to get some data coming out. But and Mr. Powell's going to speak, but the markets are closed for Friday. So we'll see what happens there. And let's take a look at Max Payne for today. It's 5:20. We're already there. I think we're already below it. So we got 2-to-1 puts to calls. Okay, so 2 puts for every call. All right, at this time, maybe a short squeeze. We'll see what happens. Earnings calendar for today. No notables here. Nothing here that's going to move the market. Tuesday. Nothing notable there that's going to move the market. And there's some familiar names, but nothing that's really going to move the markets that has the market cap. Cintas should be interesting. They're going to do employee uniforms. They wash and launder employee uniforms as well as provide them. Paychecks, they provide the paychecks or the payroll they do the administrative part of the payroll. They don't actually pay the employees. That comes out of each company's coffers. Carnival's going to report, got 2 of those, $42 billion on those. That'll be interesting. Again, nothing really notable, but some data to take a look at to see how well these are doing. Might be able to gauge as far as the employment situation based on Cintas. All right, so Thursday, this will be the last day of the week because Friday we're closed. Okay, Walgreens Boots, they're going to announce they're about 17 billion. So what do we got there is nothing notable other than maybe Walgreens Boots might want one of the financials that had a hard time through the when we had the banking crisis, the regional banking crisis. So right there, so they're going to report. Friday, got some more reports, but we're going to be closed again. Nothing notable, nothing, maybe some familiar names, but nothing notable that's going to move the market. Coming back on April 1st, this will be April Fool's. All right, this is nothing notable happening there. Okay, so we did the economic calendar. Let's go take a look at the U.S. dollar. All right, so the dollar was in a downtrend. We broke this high. Now we're in an uptrend. We seem to be coming back today to test this high for support because we broke through it. Got kind of like an MMRP happening right here. Pull back, test the support, and then we're looking for a J hook up and out of here. If you're a bull, if you're a bear, you want this support to fail and price to start coming back down and take out this low. All right, so that's what we're looking at. Okay, so we did the calendar, economic. We're all set for this morning. Everybody out there in video land, thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to my videos. Thanks for subscribing. Everybody on Facebook and YouTube and Rumble and all of those. Appreciate that. We're going to have an open house on Wednesday and Thursday. And if you haven't been in our trading room, stop in and see what it's like. Other than that, I will see traders before the market opens up here. Everybody in video land and Facebook, we'll see you at 4 p.m. All right? So I'm going to render my video. I will take questions in the room if anyone has any questions.